scientists! Today we're going to learn about physical and chemical changes. My lab assistant Emma will be here shortly to demonstrate some of these changes.
Here's a piece of paper and I'm going to make some changes to it. Okay, so the first change I'm going to make is I'm going to color it. Now the second change I'm going to make, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to change its shape. Now I'm going to fold it. I'm also changing its shape. And now I'm going to crumble it. Now what is one thing that all of these changes I've made have in common? These are all physical changes. The paper is still a paper. It has the same properties as it had before I made the changes.
All right, I have a piece of paper here and a candle with my flame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my little piece of paper on fire. And we're going to observe the changes it has made. Woo! You can see that the paper has changed. It doesn't have the same properties that it had when we started. It's ashy, it crumbles in my fingers. I can't write on it, fold it, cut it. It is definitely changed its properties. Is this a physical or a chemical change? This is a chemical change.
Here I have an ice cube. As you can see, the ice cube is a solid and it's melting into a liquid. Now think, is this a physical or a chemical change? This is a physical change because the ice cube was made of water and now it's melting into water. The ice cube still has the same properties of water that it's melting into. Okay, so in this container I have some baking soda, and in this container I have some vinegar. Now I'm going to add them together and we're going to see what happens. Now as you can see, bubbles have formed. Something new has formed. Now is this a chemical or a physical change? This is a chemical change. Here I have some water that's dyed yellow. Here I have a spoon and some blue dye. Now I'm going to take this blue dye, put a little bit onto the spoon, and now I'm going to add it into the yellow dye. Now as you can see, I've made some green dye. Now think, is this a chemical or a physical change? This is a physical change because the water is still water, it's just changed the color. Here I have a candle, and I would like you to observe the wick that's burning. Now, is this a physical or a chemical change? This is a chemical change. The wick is burning and it's changing its properties. It's not the same as before. Now, I'm going to blow out the candle, and as you can see, this wax has melted. Look at the wax that's melting. Now, is this a physical or a chemical change? This is a physical change because the wax is still wax. Now this wax has changed shape from a solid to a liquid and back again.
Physical properties can be observed without changing the composition or what the substance is made of. Chemical properties, though, can only be observed during a chemical reaction, in that the substance changes in chemical composition or what it's made out of. So So I hope you've enjoyed these examples of physical and chemical changes. Remember to ask a parent for help, especially if you're going to use a match.